Feeling constantly stressed or burned out? Wondering if ashwagandha or ginseng is the better choice to regulate cortisol and help you feel your best? These two adaptogens have been touted for their incredible stress-reducing and energy-boosting properties, but they work in very different ways. In this video, I will break down how each herb helps and which one might be the better option for you. This could completely change how you manage stress and energy. Hi, I'm Dr. Mark Chern, and I am a TCM Chinese doctor here in Singapore. I use ginseng and ashwagandha in my practice, and of course, I myself have been curious about which one works better. So in this video, I'll be talking more about it. If you ever felt overwhelmed by stress or struggled with energy crashes, you're in the right place. Today, we'll be diving deep into ashwagandha and ginseng, two of the most powerful adaptogens in herbal medicine. Ashwagandha is from the Indian tradition, while ginseng is from the Chinese tradition. By the end of this video, you will understand better how each herb affects cortisol and which one might be better suited for your needs. It really depends on your body. Why does cortisol regulation matter? First, let's talk about cortisol. This is your body's primary stress hormone, and it plays a big role in how you respond to challenges. While small amounts are helpful, chronic high levels can lead to issues like fatigue, anxiety, weight gain, and even early aging. That is why adaptogens like ashwagandha and ginseng come in. They help your body adapt to stress and regulate cortisol, but they do so in their own unique ways. First off, ashwagandha. Ashwagandha is called the ultimate stress reliever. It is a staple in Ayurvedic medicine. It is known for its calming properties and its ability to help the body handles stress. How does it work? Ashwagandha supports your adrenal glands by reducing activity in the HPA axis, which is responsible for cortisol production. Think of it as turning down the faucet on your stress response. When originally your stress would be this high, with ashwagandha, it only goes up this high. How does it work? Through its GABAergic effects. GABA is going to help you relax and calm your overactive neurons. When your neurons are calmed down, anxiety drops, sleep improves. Ashwagandha is able to reduce cortisol levels by even 30% in chronically stressed individuals. However, the thing about ashwagandha is anhedonia. This is where people using it do not just get some slight regulation, they go into a depressive state with no motivation and no ability to get out of bed. For this reason, because of the anhedonic effects of ashwagandha, some people are asking, what else can I use? So today, as the Chinese doctor, we'll be talking about ginseng. This herb has been a cornerstone of TCM for centuries, and it takes a slightly different approach to cortisol regulation. How does ginseng work? Ginseng does not just lower cortisol, it also stimulates mitochondrial function, which means it helps your cells produce more energy, which makes it a little more difficult for you to start feeling drained and stressed. This brings up your threshold so that you will not have such high cortisol levels because you had enough energy to sustain yourself. So the interesting thing is, once you have more energy, you will be less likely to be stressed and less likely to need to raise your cortisol levels to sustain a certain level of energy. What ginseng does is it activates a protein called SIRT1. It's a SIRT1 activator, which promotes the creation of new mitochondria and improves your body's overall energy production. Scientific support suggests that ginseng can help improve mental clarity, build physical stamina, and even cognitive function by balancing cortisol and boosting energy. One downside of ginseng is that it can be heaty. Some people, when they use ginseng, start to have a sore throat, and this is what is understood as heatiness when fire goes up. In such people, you might have to lower your dosage, or you might decide to choose a different type of ginseng. Now, the big question, which one should you choose? It really comes down to your personal needs. Choose ashwagandha if you're dealing with chronic stress, anxiety, or sleep issues. It is more calming than energizing. Choose ginseng if you're battling low energy, fatigue, or you need a boost in focus and endurance. It's a powerhouse for physical and mental stamina. If you're feeling adventurous, you can even combine the two, which means using ginseng in the morning and using ashwagandha at night. How do we use ashwagandha and ginseng? Like I said before, you could use one, you could use the other, or you could use both. Now, when using supplements, it is wise to start with a low dosage and only stack on once you've sort of gotten the effects you have from one supplement. So after using, say, ginseng for 2 weeks and you're feeling fine, you can stack on ashwagandha at night. And you will know from the 2 weeks of using ginseng alone how you respond to ginseng in isolation. That's how I understand ashwagandha and ginseng for cortisol regulation. How do you use ashwagandha and ginseng? And do you also use magnesium and rhodiola in your stack? Leave some comments below so we know. Thank you for watching. See you at the next one.